Hey, going on. Oh, sauce it down, sauce it out. You too much, ain't enough, ain't enough. Where you from? Throw it out, going nuts, going down. Oh, sauce it down, sauce it out. You too much.
Yo, what's up, y'all? Zix here, and in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you, as shown in the title, how to make clean thumbnails. Now, for this, you're gonna need CorePack, and I'm sorry if I couldn't talk while recording this, so I need to talk over it. So, anyways, you'll just need everything that's shown. You need a transparent logo, transparent render, and you need a background that works. Now, I recommend a background like 2 different colors or like a colorful background. Make sure it's not too dark, make sure it's not too bright. Just make sure it's perfect. Now, what you want to do is you want to grab the background and you want to copy it and paste it onto Photoshop. Now, you want to make sure it fits. So, press Ctrl T and just make it smaller, make it the right size so it can fit over. Make sure if there's a watermark in there, make sure it doesn't show. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make the little border that I usually have in my thumbnails. So to do this, you want to add a couple things, like first add a new layer, then add hue, curves, saturation, color balance, just a bunch of different effects. The ones I have right here, you can see where my layers are. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna select where the thumbnail is. We're gonna select the inside of the thumbnail, just like that. Just select the inside of the thumbnail, and you want to press on each of the layer effects and press delete. Once you've done that, the part of your thumbnail won't be selected. So now we could do the effect. So now you just want to mess around with it, turn up the brightness, and I put the contrast all the way up. It makes it look better. Now for curves, you want to make like a little S symbol. So just like how I do it. And then for hue and saturation, put the saturation up a little bit. And that's it. Now for the bottom layer, what we're gonna do is we're gonna select the thumbnail. Then we're gonna use the brush tool, and we're gonna select the outside. Now don't worry, because this is part of the process. So make sure the whole outside is blue, as shown. Now once it's all blue, you wanna left click the layer, and you wanna press on blending options. So right here. Now here are all the effects. Press blending options and add an outer glow. Now make sure the outer glow is on normal, and you want it to be black. Make sure it's black, and then turn the size up till you can see it a bit. You don't want it too much, but you don't want it too low. Make sure the opacity isn't all the way up. Make sure you put it around 60, and like that. Now you want to left click on it, and you want to press render layer style, and you want to drag it all the way up. Once you dragged it all the way up, you want to press on the select tool, magic wand tool, and you want to press the delete button. So now you have this border like I usually have in my videos, and right here I feel like it's a little too big. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna select all these layers by pressing shift and selecting the bottom one, so it selects all 4 like that. Now what we're gonna do is press Ctrl T, and now I'm just gonna switch it until it looks nice and perfect how I want it to look. I just want it a little more thin. I don't want it to pop out too much. If y'all haven't already, make sure to subscribe. I hope y'all enjoyed this video though. Alright, once you're done with that, you're done with step 1. That's probably one of the hardest steps, but once you get this step down, you could save this file and just reuse it again. right here I'm putting it in a folder so it doesn't really so it doesn't get in the way. So we're done with that step. Now we're gonna need the logo, so you're gonna grab the logo, save it. Now we're gonna add it in through our files. Now we have the logo. You want to press on the drag tool, and you want to drag it to your document. Now as you can see, it's very small, so you want to press Ctrl T and make it bigger. Make sure you're pressing shift while you're making it bigger so it doesn't stretch. It keeps the same size, and you want to put it in the middle. Now it's time to go get our render. So make sure you have a good render. Make sure it's transparent, because if your render is not transparent, like this one, it shows squares in the background. If it's not transparent, it will not work. So just make sure it's transparent. So we're just gonna add it in. Now we could drag it again like we did before. Now as you can see, it's very small, so I'm gonna just go back and I'm gonna change it right here in the file. So what you want to do first is go to blending options, go to stroke. You want to make the stroke white. Just make it white, like bring the pixels all the way down to 1 and make it white, just so. Now you want to do for the outer, you want to make it the color of the dude's aura. So for this is orange, and you want to change it to color dodge. Now make it a little bit bigger. It's gonna look different when you put it on the thumbnail, so don't worry about it. Now for the inner glow, we're gonna do it the same exact thing we did for the outer glow. So do color dodge, put the color of his aura, make it a little bigger. For this is how it's gonna look when you're in there, so make sure it looks nice. So as you can see, that looks a little nice. The aura is glowing a lot. Make sure when you make it bigger, the FX is gonna die down a little bit, so it's not gonna be as red as it is, so don't worry about that. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna press Ctrl J while selecting the layer. We're gonna turn off the effects, pressing the I, and rasterize layer style. Once you've done that, you wanna press on the wand tool. Then you wanna press Ctrl while pressing on the box right there. Now make sure you're using quick select tool for this. Now you want to left click and press on stroke. Make sure the stroke is like white, or the color of his aura, like that, and press OK. Once you've done that, you have a stroke. Now you could delete the bottom layer now, since it's not needed. And now we just have this stroke. Now don't worry, we're gonna use this. It's not gonna look like that for the whole time. If you like it like that, just skip through the video. But if you don't, we're gonna add a little bit more effect. So we're gonna give it a little outer glow, make it stick out a little bit. Now you can do whatever effects to this as you want, just like don't overdo it. Make sure it's not overdone, because we're gonna be liquefying this soon. So I'm trying to see if it looks good when it's white. Once you're done with that and it looks good to your liking, hold up. Okay, once it looks good to your liking, go to filter and go to ripple. Now ripple is not gonna work as good when it's really small, so we're gonna skip through. Alright, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this over to the actual thumbnail. So drag it, bring it right here. Now we're gonna press Ctrl T and make it bigger. There. Alright, that looks pretty good. Now once you've done this, we're gonna go here, liquefy, and now we're gonna liquefy this actual layer. So make sure you press on the stroke layer, okay? Now you just want to move it around, make it look all distorted and stuff. I'm gonna skip through this though. So once you're done and it kind of looks like mine, just press OK. And as you can see, now he has a lot of aura. So we're gonna change the blending options to overlay, I think. Yeah, overlay. Now it looks pretty nice, and now you can see some of the auras in his face. So just press the eraser tool and erase where it looks weird. Make sure it's not too much. Just use it as an extra aura effect, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird with Gones because he's actually using Jajanken, so the aura comes off Jajanken and everything. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring the folder all the way to the top because it's supposed to be on the top. Make sure it's always on the top throughout this whole thing. Unless CCs go over it though. That's the only thing that will go over it. Now I'm just gonna fix this logo and bring Gones to the middle a little bit, like this. There. Now that looks nice. It looks nice. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy the logo and press the bottom one. Now we're gonna press Control T and we're gonna make it bigger so it almost covers most of the background, like that. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna left click and we're gonna press on which one is it? I think perspective. We're gonna press on perspective. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna drag the layers and make it stand out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Make it pop however you want it to look. And then we're gonna left click and press distort. Now we're just gonna distort it so it covers the whole screen. Just make it look good however you can. Press the check mark. Now we're gonna press overlay and we're gonna see how it looks as an overlay. Now it looks pretty good. Pretty nice, pretty nice. As you can see, it pops out. If you don't want it to pop out as much, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to opacity and I'm gonna bring it down to 32. I'd recommend putting it at 50. Usually 50 is pretty good. I don't know. Usually just put it on 50 if you're struggling to see where you should put it. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the CorePack and we're gonna go to the Fuego folder. And you can find this pack by looking on YouTube. It's very simple. Just search up CorePack Photoshop. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna drag this onto the layer using the move tool, and we're gonna bring it to the background. Now make sure you drag it down so it's above the background, and press on free transform or Control T. You could just press Control T, that works. Now just make sure it covers the background. Just use it as an extra effect, like that. As you can see, that's pretty good. Pretty fuego. And now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna change it. Let's see if this works. Yeah, I'm gonna just keep this regular. Make sure the logo is regular so they can actually see it pretty well. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna change the blending options of the logo. So we're gonna make the stroke white like we did for the character. We're basically gonna do the same thing we did for the Gone. Just make it white, make their inner and outer glow. Now we could change the colors later, so don't make a big deal about it. I'm just gonna make it pink, see if it looks good. Make it color dodge. Make sure you make it color dodge. Just whatever looks the best. Try out different things. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put it on normal. For the inner glow, I'm gonna put it on color dodge probably though. So go to the inner glow, make it pink again, and put it on color dodge or normal. There, that looks pretty good. Now right here. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a new layer, and you're gonna make the brush the color you want the logo, the thumbnail to be, and you want to color over everything but Gone. Just color over like right underground, color over like half of the background, however much you want it to be blue, like I'm doing right here. And we're gonna go to right here, options, and we're gonna go down to color. Now as you can see, it looks very nice. The background's blue now, which looks really good. You can put it on hue or you can put it on color, whichever one looks more better to you. Now I think I should make it green and blue, so I'm gonna just, I don't know, yeah, I might make it green, honestly. Okay, so I'm gonna go to blending options, and I'm gonna change this back to orange because it looks weird. I'm gonna delete the layer I have blue on because I don't really like blue, and I'm gonna do the same thing I did, but instead use green this time. Just a little personal preference. So I'm gonna just press on Gone's green shorts, color this whole side green. Make sure it's all perfect green. This, go to hue, and as you can see, it looks nice. It looks awesome. This banner is looking magnificent right now, in my opinion. Now we're just gonna add a little bit more pizzazz from the CorePack. So there's a bunch of stuff you can put in here. Just look around. I'm gonna add some particles. Just a little extra. Just use the particles that look best to you. I just use this one. So just drag it on here using the moves tool. Just put it over here. Just a little bit of particles. It just adds a little bit more. It's like, yeah. Now we're just gonna add CC. Or there's some other things you can use in here. I'll just show, just like, yeah, I'm not gonna use these. Okay. Now they're gonna add some CC. Now you could just press the on the side of this layers to see what they do. Now I'm gonna use CC too. So select it and drag it. Now we want to bring the CC all the way up to the top. You want to turn it on now. As you can see, it makes stuff pop out more. See how it looks under and over, and it looks pretty good. Now I'm gonna try out this other CC2. Bring it over here, and I'm gonna turn off the other one. Turn this one on. So it adds a little bit more color. This one makes it pop out. I'm gonna use both combined because it looks the best like that. And now, as you can see, we're basically done. I think, yeah. Basically done. Now what you're gonna want to do is we're gonna go to file and we're gonna go to save for web. Now it might be different for other parts of Photoshop. Now just look around, make sure it looks good, and make sure you save the file as a PSD 24, PSD 8, or a PSD or a JPEG. JPEG, I don't know how you say it. Now you want to press save. And just name your thumbnail, save it, and now you're basically done. You have your thumbnail and all that. Now I hope y'all enjoy. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe, and I will show you, if you want to see more types of thumbnails, make sure to tell me down below, and I'll see you on the next one.